Posing people doesn't have to be hard, and we're gonna show you, because we have Ashley and Spencer here, and we're gonna show you exactly what you need to do when posing your couples. And this is a couple shoot, but it also works great for weddings as well. So let's get to it. Can you guys actually just turn just a little bit this way? Perfect, awesome. Yeah, that looks great. Yeah, you guys can even start by like looking at each other. Awesome, that's great. You guys can give each other a kiss there too. That's great, guys. Yeah, guys, that looks so good. Cool, and then what I'll do is I'll get you guys walking towards me, nice and slow, and I'll get you guys looking at each other, and yeah, walking nice and slow towards me. All right, you guys can go ahead. That's awesome. So like the whole point of getting people to walk is typically, it's like when you have movement, it's gonna get people to relax a little bit more because we want people to feel comfortable, right? So we're gonna get you guys to walk nice and slow as you guys are looking at each other. Perfect. Yeah, guys, that looks awesome. Guys, that looks so good. And you guys can give each other a kiss there too. We did some of the hand-holding photos over there, and now that looks great. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna transition and get them to go forehead to forehead by facing each other. And so we'll show you what that looks like. And you can have your arms around her waist. And actually you can have your hands on his big old biceps. Awesome, there you go, perfect. And you guys can pull each other in nice and close. Yeah, guys, that looks great. You guys can bring your foreheads together too. Yeah, guys, this looks awesome. So whenever you're doing any pose, you're gonna wanna have lots of variation. This way you can have one pose and just do really small changes, and it'll give you a totally different look to the photos. They were forehead to forehead, but now what I'm gonna do is get Ashley to look at me while Spencer's head is like leaning on her head, and it gives it a bit of a different look. Ashley, I'll get you guys going back to forehead for a second. And then Ashley, can you turn your head to look at me? Awesome, and then Spencer, yeah, you can look at her. And then Spencer, you can actually have your arms around her waist. Pull her nice and close. Perfect, awesome. That's great. Awesome, guys, yeah, it looks so good. Yeah, guys, these are awesome. And so you can give her a kiss on the forehead or temple, wherever's closest for you. Yeah, guys, that looks so good. So what you can do is you can have your arm back, like so your arm closest to Ashley back. Yeah, perfect. And you guys can scoot your bums closer together.
You scoot to me.
Perfect. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. And then yeah, I'll get you guys both starting by looking at me. Ashley, the hand that's over her shoulder, you can even take that arm and kind of like, almost like interlock your arms. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, getting nice and close. Yeah, that looks so good. That's awesome. And you guys can both be looking at me. Awesome, but then yeah, bring your heads together as you guys are looking at me. Awesome, that's great, guys. So even if things aren't looking great, or they could look better, just keep telling them they look awesome. This way they never know and they're not doubting themselves, so they feel confident the entire time. Another pose that I really like to do is have the hand over the shoulder and they can interlock arms. And this way they're gonna be able to look at each other and look great, and then we'll get some movement out of it with them walking. And usually people tend to maybe trip a little bit and they laugh, and you get some really cool, genuine emotion. Awesome, so what I'll do is I'll get you guys beside each other, and then Spencer, you can throw your hand over Ashley's shoulder. Awesome, and then Ashley, you with that hand there, you guys can like hold hands. Perfect, interlock fingers. That's great. Yeah, it looks so good. And then you guys can both be looking off in the distance too for a couple. Perfect, yeah. Yeah, guys, that looks so good. As you guys have your arms like that, like your arm over her shoulder, we'll get you guys walking towards me, nice and slowly. That's great, guys. You're gonna keep walking. Perfect. Yeah. Can you give her a kiss on the head too as you guys are walking? Perfect. Remember how we said you want to get a lot of variation? So we have them in a pose here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get from a full body shot, then 3/4, then we're gonna get a tight, and then an even tighter photo. Guys, that looks great. You guys can keep holding that. Move in just a little bit closer to you guys. Yeah, guys, that looks so good. And you guys want to bring in your forehead just a little bit together? Yeah. Awesome, I'm just gonna get a shot of just your hands now too. Another pose I really like to do is getting the guy to give the girl a big old bear hug, and it looks really good in photos. I'll show you what that looks like. Spencer, I'll get you to be slightly behind Ashley. Awesome. And then you can have, like, wrap your arms around her, like arms, perfect like that. Your hands, you can actually have like on his arms. Perfect. Yeah, that's great. Perfect. Yeah, guys, that looks so good. And you guys can like rest your heads into each other too, and Spencer, you can be looking at Ashley. Awesome. Yeah, it looks so good. That's great. And even you guys can both be like looking out that way too, toward, yeah, perfect. Awesome. And this is a good time while they're looking away to make sure you get some nice details of their hands together. Awesome. Ashley, do you want to angle your head down a little bit too? As you're, yeah, perfect. You guys can both close your eyes for a couple. Perfect. Yeah. That looks great, guys. Movement always looks really good in photos, so if you don't know what to do, I'd like to get them to move, you can get them to walk towards you, or you can even get them to do a little spin. Those will always look so, so good in photos. With like the backhand there, like your backhands, you can spin this way we can see your face the entire time. Perfect. And Sandra, do you want to throw that hand in the pocket too? Awesome. And then this next one, you can pull in for a kiss too. Perfect. As you can see, posing people doesn't have to be difficult. Although this was for couple photos today, all of these poses will totally work on a wedding day. Now you have the knowledge you need to know on how to pose people, so go out there and have fun.